Jovan, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer. I am an inventor and pattern recognition expert. I'm also part of the Gold Institute of International Strategy out of Washington, D.C. So to understand what I'm going to talk about today, even though I'm a technology guy, my goal is to make it really simple, really obvious. I'm not going to be talking about codes on machines, how things are swapped, server overseas. I'm just going to show you the simple basis of what possibly went on, but most importantly, how this is fixed, how it's detected, fixed, and will never happen again. And that basically is based on my technology background for over the last 30 years. Just so you have a little basis in it, the fact that your phone now can scan a barcode in any grocery store or any kind of code, or in fact, you hear Q codes here today, any type of machine-readable code as it talks to the internet, that's my technology. It's a basis of my patent portfolio of about 200 patents on that particular one. My patents are so prolific in licensing that every manufacturer in the world basically licenses my patents to use on any mobile device except one, Huawei out of China. They don't license it, they just use it. And I'm on approximately about 12 billion devices globally. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, keeping it simple. What could have happened here? How can it be detected and confirmed? And then how can this hole be plugged from now on? Because this is about vote verification. It's 3 Ps that I'm going to deal with today. First, the people. Second, paper. And 3, protection. That's all.
Outstanding, right? Sounds like a pastor I was under. He'd always have 3 points, 4 points, and it always had the same letter just to help us remember what was going to be talked about. He's kind of humble in sharing who he really is. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer, award-winning inventor, the first generation German Jewish American, also known as Jovan, and is a highly active technology startup founder, best known for creating and patenting CRQ. CRCUEQ code platform for scan commerce and scan to connect. Has founded companies have included seed investment rounds ranging from $1.6 million to over $250 million with companies supported and funded by Dreamit Ventures and more. So if you look below, Pulitzer's patents have been licensed to more than 330 companies ranging from early stage firms to Fortune 100 industry. And there's a list of them all. Look at that Nike, Best Buy.
This is the county statement on ballots. Went out on national TV. We had 113,130 votes at the time, and we had to adjudicate 106,000 of them. You know what that's really saying? Your machine didn't work. When the national average for the last elections, 2016, was what? 1.2%. That's an audited number. 1.2% of the total had to be adjudicated. And then you look at 2018, nationally, 2.7%. But yet your own election officials said we had to do this 93.6% of the time. Let me decode that for you. Mr. Mechanical Engineer, your machine doesn't work. Mr. Printer, your ballot's screwed up. Because you took something that should have been transparent and easy. The very thing that says, hey, look here. Well, the left one's saying, look in my yard, and the right one's saying, look 2 houses over. But you know what? The ovals never moved because they were printed hard. So even as a mechanical engineer or photography or optics or camera, when you expect to take a picture and you hold it at somebody, you're not trying to photograph 2 people over. And this is what it tells the machine to do. This is a problem at the most lowest elementary level. And the number one way it's cloaked, well, we can't see it in the code. We don't know how it's done. Show me the code that does it. Well, that's the code. That's the code. Any printer, industry executive, any monetary printing executive, any engineer.
Nano technology where he can see exactly what's up with any ballot, where it's been, how it's been handled, and more. You can tell if it's folded, if it wasn't folded. Just amazing testimony. Then he went to have a seat, and other folks had things to say, and all of a sudden he stepped up and had this to say, the bombshell of all bombshells.
I was working on this and our technology team's into it, and as was broke early in the week and last week about connected devices, at this very moment at a polling location in the county, not only do we now have access through the devices to the poll pad, the system, but we are in. And it's not supposed to have Wi-Fi, and that's not supposed to be able to happen. So we've documented now. It's communicating two ways in real time, meaning it's receiving data and sending data. Should never happen, shouldn't be Wi-Fi. We've now documented it in real time so we can suck down the data. But that's going on right there where everybody's voting. And I just wanted to get it into the record.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Jones? Senator
One of
Jones?
those, is it a mobile precinct or is it a?
No, it's a standing building.
Okay.
That this should not happen. And it shouldn't happen in any way, but this is another one in real time. Won't disclose location because every location is being checked, but we've now confirmed it 100%.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Senator Beach, did you? And now come to Seal Beach and Tillery. Did you have a question? Okay, well, Senator Tillery.
Thank you. Thank you for your testimony. We've heard that there's 3 different types of machines: a scanner, a ballot marking device, and a polling pad.
Right.
Do you know which one it is communicating, or can you tell that? Or is it...
Right now, what you heard in the past was coming through the thermostat and stuff. This is now a more direct access way, and so this is coming through the polling pad device where they're checking everything. But now, it only takes one device where you daisy chain them together and do it. The most important thing is that shouldn't be two-waying and even shouldn't be accessible or on, and it's there. Were there any other questions?
Could I ask him one question? What effect could somebody with dishonest purposes, what could that person do given this access that's going on right now in Fulton County?
Statistically, what can be going on when you have an operation like this is as that data is being exchanged and somebody's in it, can actually siphon off that data, modify the data, and feed it right back into the system. Or
Absolutely amazing, right? They hacked into one of the machines as they're doing the elections now in Georgia.
Dude's a beast.
I've got family in Georgia right now. They're voting and told me they're still using those stupid machines. I wonder how many they're actually doing